You and Justice Minister Yariv Levin suggested today to meet with the opposition at the president's residence for some talks, but the opposition is demanding to freeze the legislation entirely. Will you be able to agree to this, even if it's for a short amount of time?
So you see what's happening? We, the power-hungry coalition, the second the president says, and by the way, the president says there is a big problem in the judiciary. There is a need for the reform. He agrees with most of the steps that we offered. He said there are differences. He's criticizing, okay, there is a difference and there is a way to negotiate. But the president said, come, and we said immediately, no, we don't want power grab. We don't want to do it one-sided. We want negotiation. We are coming to the president. No strings attached, no demands. The president says, we are coming. What the opposition says, no, we don't want to negotiate. What the Chief Justice says, no, we don't want to negotiate. Creating all this kind of demands. The bill is presented in the Knesset. It won't go on a vote, not today, not tomorrow, not Wednesday. Come to negotiate, come to the table. No, they don't want, because they know one thing. They know that they have a hold on power without elections, and they will never give it up peacefully. And the people who lost the elections just cannot accept the fact that they lost the elections. That's democracy. That's the way democracy works all around the world. It should work the same way in Israel.
If you are willing to negotiate, if you are willing to push back perhaps on some of the reforms that the coalition is suggesting, what are some of those things that you would be willing to compromise on if the opposition is willing to come to the table?
I think that the president offered to come and negotiate. If I24 or any other news channel will ask to come and be the mediator, we might do it. I think the best way and the best place to negotiate is at the negotiation table. We are ready to come. Minister Levin said he wants to come. I said I am willing to come. If the opposition is serious and wants to negotiate and wants to put some changes, they have the opportunity. They choose to burn the state of Israel because they lost the elections. That's not the way democratic parties in a democratic country behave.
Well, you're saying that you are willing to negotiate, but you still haven't told us what are some of those things you'd be willing to bring to the negotiating table with them.
They are not coming, so I cannot bring anything. If they will come and they will sit and they negotiate, we will negotiate. We are not negotiating over the media. No politicians that I know of, definitely not a serious politician that I know of, will agree to have a negotiation one-sided in the media. If they will come to the president, we will sit with them. If they won't come, maybe we'll sit with the president by ourselves. But we will not tolerate this kind of behavior by a party or parties that lost the election and they just can't accept the fact that they lost the elections.
When do you think this bill will come to the Knesset floor for a reading? If there are no negotiations, and if there are negotiations, if the opposition is willing to sit with you, would you delay bringing the bill to the Knesset floor?
Again, this bill is only now in the first reading stage. There is time between the first reading and the second and the third readings. We are willing to negotiate. Again, no strings attached, meaning we will sit and negotiate and we see where we're going. If we get to an agreement, maybe we will present an agreed change to the bill between the first and the second and the third readings. That's the way democracy works. That's the way parliament works. It has worked like that tremendous amount of times in the past. If people are willing to negotiate, there will be negotiation. If they're not, there won't be. And it's not only the opposition. The Chief Justice, for some reason, joined the opposition. Delaying is a very known tactic for opposition. We are willing to negotiate, no strings attached, to answer the call of the president out of respect to the president, out of respect to the people. You know what? Out of respect to the people who demonstrated, even if I think that they're wrong, I am willing to come and negotiate with the opposition, even that I think that they are wrong, even that I think that they are misusing the parliamentary procedure, and they behaved terribly in my committee today in a way that the Knesset has never seen. I am willing to come and negotiate, no strings attached.